Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to learn about keywords and identifiers. So let's get started. So let's understand what is a keyword in any programming language. The keywords are common to all the programming language. It is not abstract only to C program. So keywords are some of the reserved words. For example, I just have a basic program in which I'm just printing hello embedded ninja. So in this, int is a keyword, which means it is a data type and I cannot reuse the same name to just name my variable name. So basically, keywords are reserved words. We can tell keywords are reserved words. So, and also they have predefined meanings to it. They have predefined meaning to it. So basically anything which starts with a keyword, we cannot use those things for our function name and variable name. For example, if is a keyword, else is a keyword, for, while, auto, break, continue. So these are some of the examples of keyword. So each keyword has a meaning to it. For example, in order to code a particular program, we will be using these keywords to write a logic for anything. So these have some defined meaning to it. For example, even if I want to write any code, I will be using all these keywords and then I will be creating a program. So it is a rule that we should not name any variables or functions in the same keyword names. So I will also mention this in the identifiers. Keywords should not be named as identifiers. So identifiers are nothing but they are just a name given to a variable or a function. So what I am telling us, we should not give a same keyword name for the naming the variable or just writing the function. So it is not allowed to again write printf and then write our logic here, because printf is already a built-in function. So we should not again use that same function for our custom functions. We have to use some different function name apart from the reserved words. So I hope you understand now what is a keyword. So let's understand what are identifiers. So I said that identifiers are name given to the variables or functions, or whenever we create any array or linked list or whatever data structure, we used to give a name to store the values. So identifiers are basically a name given to a function or a variables. And also there are few rules in order to write an identifier. So let's see rule one by one. Actually, I just mentioned 6 rules. These are some conventions. If we follow it, it is a good practice while writing a C program. So the first rule is they're telling that after assigning a name to a variable or a function or array or any other entity, you cannot assign the same name to other entities in the same scope. So what they are telling is, for example, if we are initializing a variable as variable a equal to 10, we should not again use the same name to store another value. For example, if I am just naming a is equal to 20, it is not allowed, because technically we are overriding the value 10 to value 20. If I try to print a value of a, the result will be 20, because the a got again reassigned and then the value is changed to 20. So it is not advisable to use the same variable name whenever we are just coding, because it will reassign the value and then we might end up in storing wrong values. I'll just demonstrate this quickly. So D is a format specifier. Yeah. So printf gcc demo.c. So if you see here, the particular compiler, this terminal is giving a compiler giving an error. It says that redefinition of a. So previous redefinition is here. So it is not allowed to redefine a variable to another value, because it will override the existing value. It is a bad practice, so avoid using that. So that's what the first line is saying. And if I just clear this and run, I think my program will run. Demo.c. Yeah, my program got compiled successfully and it's printing a value of 10. So we'll go to next rule. So in this particular rule, they're stating that in the C program, every identifier must start with an uppercase or lowercase letter. You can also use an underscore at the beginning. So they just, it's a particular convention. Even if you make any mistake, it will work. But the first one is, it's very important. We should not make a mistake in this. It's really important. So, but this thing is a convention. Every identifier must start with an uppercase or either lowercase. So what they're telling is, for example, if I'm writing int and I'm going to write natural number, NATU, natural. So here the first letter is a lowercase. If I'm writing my first letter as lowercase, obviously I should write the next letter as uppercase to make it meaningful. Number equal to 50 for 4. So we can either write like this or we can write like this. In first letter is capital and second letter is small. So if you see here, the word mentions natural number. Here also the word mentioned natural number. But if you ask me, Mati, whether are they both technically same? The answer is no, they are different. Because in C program, you can see here, the next thing is, I just mentioned here, identifiers in the C program are treated differently. I just mentioned embedded ninja. Here the first letter E is caps. I hope you can see here. Yeah, E is capital letter, and the subsequent name, that ninja, that is also starting with a capital letter. And here I just gave another example. E is, it's a full letter small. They are two different identifiers. So we cannot again, they are two different identifiers. So if you just store a value 54 and 54, for example, for demonstration, I will just change the value 50, and if I try to print natural number, and also again if I try to print this same variable, the different variable, first one stores 54, second one stores 50. So the first output will give 54 and the second output will give us 50. So let's see whether it is correct or not. So I just compiled the compile. Now I'm going to run the program. So it is saying 54 and 55. The reason why it is showing in the single line is I'm not using /n because it will put it to next line. So again we'll compile it. So now we can see that it's mentioning 54 and 50. So if I again use the same word, now it is wrong, because again what we saw in the first, right, that is redefinition is not allowed in C. So we should not do that because it's wrong. But in C program, identifiers are treated differently, even though the meaning is same, natural number and natural number, but all the name which we mentioned here, even if they are different, then they are treated different. And we'll go to next rule, that is, yeah, as I mentioned that keywords should not be used as a identifier name. Like we should not name our variables or function with the reserved words, because keywords are reserved words. We can't use if or for or while or auto to store it in a variable. So I cannot use again auto to name it or for to name it, because for are some of the reserved words and it is not allowed to use as our variable name. So you can see here the compiler is telling it is expecting an identifier, but we have just mentioned a reserved keyword. So it is not allowed to use keywords as our variable names. So always use a meaningful variable. I'm just using value and also printing value here. So we'll go to next line, that is special characters like @ and these special symbols are not allowed while naming an identifier. So we cannot use any @ or hash symbols, special symbols while naming an identifier. So that's what that particular rule states. And the maximum length of an identifier can go up to 31 characters long. Actually, it is not an issue that it will give an error, but it is not a good convention to go beyond 31 characters, because it will be very difficult to reassign and then read it as in the developer point of view. For example, if I'm just giving a variable name like embedded ninja, and obviously I'm just copying it, embedded ninja equal to 10. So if you look here, The variable, we are just declaring a variable and we are not declaring any var, so it should not go beyond 31 characters. And because it is not a, it is not readable, obviously it is going in the right side, so I'm just need to scroll right to see what value is stored in this particular variable. So don't go beyond 31 characters. It is not a good convention. Always follow best practice whenever you are naming any variable name or function name. So from this video, I hope that you understood what are keywords and identifiers. So let's recap what are keywords and identifiers. So as I already said, keywords are some of the reserved words. It means that it has a predefined meaning to it. So we should not use that keywords for naming our variables or function. Keywords are basically a building blocks. We have to use them only to write code like syntax, if, else, for, while, do, auto, continue. These are syntax. They are reserved words. They have some meaning to it. So we should not use them to again rename, again give it to our variable name or function name. So that's all. I hope that from this video you understood what are keywords and identifier. So if you like this video, just like this particular video and share this video to your friends, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
Yo, yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make it a microphone dead. Don't step to me, newbie, I could truly be moody. I could have played the fucking Grinch in the movie.